Good morning, SPs. Can you hear me? Good morning. So I'm already signed in. I will show you what I do. Anyway, I go to my posts on my channel. Hey, Kathy, thanks for lurking. Kathy is lurking while working. So I go to my posts on my channel page. And then you can click on the Zoom link just from there. And then once you're in Zoom, just put your hand up to show that you're interested in talking. You can go to the agenda first, however, and look at the items, the agenda items, see if there's anything in particular that makes you think you could talk about it or you're interested in. And then there's also a Zoom link on there. So let's show the Zoom link. Oh, actually, I think there's a better way to get to it. Nope, I got to do it this way. So, reshare another page. There we go. So once I'm in there, in the center at the bottom, I hit raise hand. I've already done it, however. So it's already, my hand's already raised. I'm already ready. I'm all, let's go. Team, let's go this morning. I don't know what I'm going to talk about for sure yet. But Audit's going to be there. Lara's going to be there. Jennifer Layton's going to be there. And me. I think Amy's going to be there. Possibly Ganja, possibly Haggis, possibly Miriam. So it should be a good lineup today. It's pretty exciting. Pretty exciting. Although I think there's a presentation today. So I'm eating my breakfast. Sorry for eating while being on here. But I made myself some eggs. I do have to eat once in a while. I have to sleep once in a while too, which is why I missed that ethics meeting yesterday. And the, what was it? The disability meeting this week too. I missed both of those. I can't attend every meeting. I'm doing so much already with the morning show. And then these public works calls. So, you're going to miss some meetings. That's just how it is. Sometimes you have to take care of yourself first. And I needed to sleep. I needed to get some sleep. I need more coffee too. Maybe if I had a house servant. Oh, that's terrible to say when we're talking about indentured servants for Scientology. I would pay them well. How's that? I'd pay them well, feed them well, and let them sleep. Unlike the Sea Org that gets none of those things. None of those things. They don't get paid hardly at all. They get paid pennies an hour. Pennies. And I'm talking like 10 cents an hour, So anyway, I need to get more sleep. Is the bottom line. No one's here yet. I'm just talking to myself, Kathy. Kathy's lurking while working, so I've got her ear maybe, but she's focused on work, so she's not actually chatting back with me because of that. But that doesn't matter. She's here in spirit. She's here in spirit. I know she's got my back. Peter's here. He says he's nobody. That's so far from true. Nice try, Peter. No one's buying it. No one's buying it. So I guess Peter was lurking too. Probably just getting settled because he often pays attention to all of these calls. He's a good supporter, good advocate. He does research on the agenda items, the issues, dealing out facts. I'm eating breakfast, Peter. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry. Sometimes I have to eat. Sometimes I have to sleep. So I'm drinking coffee, but Definitely need a spouse or something to bring me coffee. Hired help.
Good morning. I see some hands raised on the Zoom platform. Going to check for public comment. Our first hand is Georgina. Georgina, do you have public comment or any agenda item commentary today? And apologize for the noise in here.
I just want to speak on minutes and public comment, please.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And Sandra, I see you have your hands raised. Do you have general public comment or comment on any of our agenda items?
I have general public comment and comment on the items and the minutes.
Yay.
Okay, all items in the minutes?
We got haggis today.
Thank you very much.
What is breakfast? Peter, it's the first meal of the day after you wake up and you break your night fast. That's what breakfast is. No, I know you're asking me what I'm eating. I'm actually being kind of bad today. I'm having a cheese omelet. Cheese omelet. Usually I would throw lots of spinach in it and some mushrooms. Yeah, I am silly, Peter. You're just now figuring this out. But today I just went with cheese. See, that's what happens when you don't sleep right. You like compensate with comfort foods and not in other areas and such. So, yeah, cheese omelet. And just ate the last bite, so it's all gone now. I have a lot of knitting to do. I might bust out my knitting. I might get quiet here and just knit. Peter, you're calling me silly, and look at your channel icon pic. That's a silly one. It was hard to do for the supportive squirrel of the day. I was like, what am I going to do with this guy? Ooh, you had English toast with cheese and scrambled egg. That sounds good, Peter. Mine was a little cheese omelet. Beef. Ooh, Kathy had taquitos. Beef and cheese taquitos for breakfast. That sounds yummy. Yummy, Kathy. Yeah, and I had coffee. And when I got up for the morning stream, I had a little protein shake, so I wasn't on a completely empty stomach. And if I'm going to be fully confessing, I had a couple of cookies too with my morning coffee when I was up at like 5:30 for the morning stream. I had a little bit of protein shake and some cookies, chocolate chip cookies. You should have had oatmeal instead. Kathy said I had an oatmeal for dinner last night. Yep. If I'm going to really confess, I had cookies for dinner last night. I didn't feel like making anything, and I had a fairly good-sized lunch, so I just had cookies for dinner last night. For lunch, I had some chili from the freezer. Helped mom. Oh, there's it. Helped mom defrost the outside freezer yesterday. Oh, so did you help eat the stuff in the freezer? Sister trashed half of it. Oh, before it went back in. Well, maybe sister knew what she was up to. Knew what she was doing, I mean. Yeah, I just had a cup of chicken broth and then ate a couple of cookies for dinner last night. Not a very good dinner, but again, I had a big lunch. I had chili for lunch. The chili was left over from Super Bowl that I had thrown in the freezer once I got tired of eating chili. Not that I'm a big Super Bowl person, but my son was, so I used to make him chili, so I just thought, oh, I'll make chili. Even though he wasn't here for Super Bowl. He was really excited Seattle won. He's in Seattle. 7 bags of shaved coconut that were from my father that's left us. I love coconut. That's a shame, Peter. Lots of chocolate chips. Why would you ever throw away chocolate chips? That doesn't make sense. It doesn't exactly go bad, especially if it's been in the freezer. Even if they're like gone a little white, you can melt them down and or grind them up and use them in a chocolate cake or something, you know. Chocolate chips should have still been good. Yeah, it might be a long meeting if they're having a presentation. And we still have 14 minutes before the meeting starts. I should get out my knitting. I really need to get my sound situation fixed. I've just been going with the microphone on my laptop, and the sound quality is pretty bad. And I need to get it fixed because there's a couple of big names I want to interview, and I want to be at their level, you know, meet them at their level. So, but I've just been so busy with the protest knitting. I had to redo my pattern. And then, of course, in real life never stops. And then I've been doing all these morning streams, and they keep me pretty busy. Is this a Saturday meeting? Style, you're getting your days mixed up, dear. This is Friday. Today is Friday. Tomorrow is Saturday, Style. Tomorrow we're doing a protest ice melt ice resistance hat knit and chat. So hopefully I'll see you there. That's tomorrow. Holy macaroni, Style said. You got your days mixed up, babe. So it's still Friday, so that means you still have to look forward to Friday night protesting in Clearwater, knit and chat tomorrow at 12 Eastern, 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock Eastern, 12 Pacific. Oh, you've been sick 2 days, Style? Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I always get days confused when I've been sick because you're sleeping at different hours. So you sleep and wake up and feel like it's the next day, even though you realize it's still the same day and it's later hours. Somewhere subconsciously you track it as being another day later. So then when you wake up the next day, you're already a day ahead. Yeah, I hope you feel better, Style. I hope you're better soon. It's a sucky time of year to be sick, but you know, honestly, it's better to be sick this time of year than it is in the summer. I hate summer flu. I'd rather be sick when it's cold. In the winter.
Yeah.
Lots of hot bevies, snuggle up, you know, whereas in the summer, you're just sweating and feverish. The hot liquid's not helping that. So we got 12 minutes still. I did all that talking and it only ate up 2 minutes. Holy macaroni is right, Style. Let's play a clip from our sponsor. We'll take a commercial break here. Today's sponsor, speaking of Clearwater protests, is Dusty. Is your protest gray, drab, and sad? Well, you can do better. Come on into Dusty's Soda Dispenser's tie-dye shop today. Find everything that your protest needs to bring it to life. Make it bright, fun, and more eye-catching. You can rev it up to 10x and get some movement in your feet. You can be a happy protester. Just pop into Dusty's Soda Dispenser's shop on his channel today. There you will find all you need to protest Scientology. With vigor and glee, we can turn that frown upside down. Dusty's has sizes from XXX small to 6X large, all at reasonable prices. Don't miss! Come on in to Dusty's today while supplies last.
Valley, good morning. Do you have general public comment?
Good morning. Yes, that and also all agenda items, and I see Commissioner Grant. Hello.
Okay, perfect.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mrs.
Hi, Audit. Hi, Eyes. How rude of that lady to interrupt my commercial break. Hi, Amy. Yeah, I was saying that too, Amy. The agenda items mentioned a presentation, so it might be a long one. I'm going to go grab my knitting. I'm working on a melt ice resistance protest hat. What about tie-dye socks? I know Dusty's done tie-dye socks and underwear with leftover dye, you know. Style says she's going to go pull out some boots to go with her leggings and tie-dye shirt. I'm grabbing my knitting. "39-year retirement presentation," Peter is saying. Oh, I forgot to turn off alerts on my phone. Let's see what the message is. Check my email while I'm at it. Sorry, I'm being quiet. It's going to be quiet moments this stream because I am going to get some knitting done and there is going to be a presentation. I'll not mute it exactly, but I'll lower the volume when they start the presentation just because it gets old quick. Too bad Sea Org members don't get retirement benefits after 39 years. Well, they're not done after 39 years, right? They still have a 99.999 of a million years to go. So maybe that's their excuse. They don't retire. They just encourage them to drop their body, leave them without health care, and drop them off somewhere where they don't get actual care. And they're worked to death at that point. I mean, look at poor Rosemary Chickwuck. She was worked to the point of being at death's door once her son was able to get her out of there, and she got proper health care, proper rest, proper nutrition. Now she's doing great. She's got hobbies. She's making art. She's seeing her grandkids. She's enjoying life. A life out of the Sea Org is a good thing, guys. So if anyone happens to be lurking, know that it's better outside of the Sea Org, and there is a life for you out there or your loved ones. That's how long Ginny Linsom has left. Ugh. True, they just stick them in a building and hide them. Yeah, and it's like 6 to a room or sometimes more, and sharing a bathroom with 12 people. No health care. Some of them don't even have window access because they put bars and stuff on the windows. So the windows are sealed. They can't get air. They can't get outside. They're just left to rot after working them to death for years. What a mind fuck that's got to be to...
Good morning. Making another check for public comment before we get started. I see someone with a hand raised iPhone 4. If you could unmute yourself and let us know your name and...
Yes, Jennifer Spencer.
Okay. Do you have general public comment and agenda item comment?
No, just general public.
Okay. Thank you. We'll get to you when we get started.
Yay, Jennifer. And yay, Haggis is here. And who else? There was someone else. Yeah, and when one gets sick, they all get sick. But I was saying, what a mindfuck it's got to be like rush, work, and then suddenly dead stop. At first, it must be great because like you get a chance to catch up on sleep. But then after you've caught up on sleep, it must be like you must feel completely useless and completely at odds because you don't know what to do with yourself. They have no family. no books, no hobbies, no, they're left with nothing because those are all things, luxuries that you don't get in the Sea Org. So yeah, it's it's got to be devastating. So much worse than even empty nests, because one day you're useful, you're working your ass off, you've got things to do, you're around people. Next day, you're just left to rot and die. Jennifer is up north at her in-laws, had trouble signing in. Well, you made it, babe, and you're signed in now, so that's excellent news. Styles said, Wednesday at the lakefront, the wind just blew a baby carriage right into the lake, and a young boy jumped in to save it. The water was 33 degrees. Wow, Style, that's awful and amazing and heroic. Hey, Audit Delays here. Hey, Audit. We're just chatting to fill in the gap. We got 4 minutes. We heard you called in or logged in. It's a shame I logged in before you. I shouldn't log in so early. I like it better when you go first. I'm not going to do agenda items today. I'm just going to do public comment in the minutes. Yeah, that's astounding story, Style. Yeah, I'm really glad the baby was saved. Hope the baby doesn't catch pneumonia or anything. It's terrifying. What a sweet young man to jump in and save that baby in 33-degree water, virtually freezing water. Everyone's saying hi to Amy. Audit saying hi to Amy. Jennifer's saying hi to Audit. We got a friendly crowd. Audit, I hope this presentation isn't long. I might fall asleep. Peter, what are you talking about? I don't know what he's talking about.
Good morning.
Here.
On the Zoom platform, we see a hand raised, phone number ending in 880. Can you go ahead and unmute yourself and let us know your name and if you have general public comment?
Amy.
I'm just doing public comment, please.
Okay, and sorry, it's the volume. The audio is a little low.
I'm doing public comment. Do you hear me now?
Yes, thank you.
Okay.
Okay, great, thank you.
That's exciting. Thanks for calling in, Amy. Not that you need my thanks and approval. You do it out of the goodness of your heart and have been doing it for close to 2 years and have been amazing. I'm trying to figure out where I'm at on this pattern. I need to number the rows so I can see where I'm at. Let's see. This should be row 5. All right. So there should be 3 of those, so 1 more. Oh, 2 more. Sorry, I'm talking to myself, guys. Trying to read this pattern. I made the pattern too complicated. Frankly, I should have made it so much easier. But, unfortunately, after 3 days of trying to make it easier, I barely made it any different. Made it a little bit easier. But not much. Not much. I should put on one of Joe's songs or something and just take a break. I could play Super Supportive Squirrel of the Day, but now it's a minute till, so I better not. Super Supportive Squirrel of the Day was Hey Carrie Ann. Yesterday it was Jennifer.
Let me put us into record mode, President King.
Recording in
all
progress.
Right, we are now recording.
All right, good morning, everybody, and welcome to the regularly scheduled meeting of the Board of Public Works for Friday, February 20th, 2026. Ms. Zatorsky, please take roll and establish quorum.
Yes, of course. Good morning, everyone. Devin Zatorsky with the Board of Public Works, taking roll in establishing quorum. We're joined today by President Kang, Vice President Chavez, President Pro Tem Grant, Commissioner Mitchell, and Commissioner Cardenas. And we do have a quorum. We have public comment via the Zoom platform, no in-public comment person card today, and no neighborhood council commentary. And we're also joined by our city attorney representative, Ms. Daryl Field.
Thank you very much. So before we proceed to public comment, we do have a special retirement recognition for a member of our Bureau of Sanitation.
Presentation first.
So
I'm going to turn the
without further
volume
ado, I want to
down
ask
on
our
it.
Bureau representative to come up and as we recognize your tremendous commitment to the city of Los Angeles.
All right. Well, good morning. Good morning, President Kang, Vice
Where do I
President Chavez,
find-
Honorable Commissioners Grant, Mitchell, and Cardenas, and Executive Officer and
Let's
City
just do
Attorney.
it this way.
I'm Alex Halou. I'm the Assistant Director for LA
No, I don't want to
Sanitation
do it
and
that way. I don't
Environment.
want to turn off the sound
There's a
altogether.
powerful moment in the movie, It's a Wonderful Life, where George Bailey realizes
Here we
that
go.
the true measure of a life isn't recognitions or titles. It's the impact you have on others and your community.
Is it still too loud or is
Public
that good?
service
Ooh,
works the
Audit
same
made
way.
chicken soup
Much of
yesterday.
the
It's a
work
great day
happens
for
behind
chicken
the
soup.
scenes, in policy drafts,
Yeah.
negotiations.
Manning
and
was
difficult
sick too and
decisions.
needed some
But
chicken
its
soup.
impact shapes a city for generations.
Ooh, that sounds good,
When we
style.
look at Dan's 35 years of service, that kind of impact is undeniable. Dan was instrumental in many programs for
That
this
sounds
Bureau of
great, Amy.
Sanitation, and truly a major
Good thing I just
architect
ate,
of
or you
Recicla.
guys would be making me
He
hungry.
helped design and implement one of
I
the
already
city's
want more
most
coffee.
significant transformation
To make
for
more.
waste and recycling system. The work required vision, persistence, and the ability to navigate complex challenges while keeping long-term goals in focus. Dan set high standards.
Oh,
and
that's
made sure his
fantastic
team
news, Styles.
had the
Styles
tools
said
and
it was on the
support to meet
news. He had
them.
no intention of going in that water, but just
designed
realized
to
he had
last.
to jump.
And as we
He
all
said the
know,
carriage landed
made sure
upright,
that
so he was
those
able to just
systems
grab the
came with
baby.
dashboards,
That's fantastic.
color-coded charts, and always up to date. As Maya Angelou once said, people never forget.
Oh, Amy, it
how
sounds
made them.
delicious.
Policies evolve, programs change, and priorities
She just
shift.
had some for lunch.
But what lasts is how leaders treat their teams.
We're all making
Dan
orders
led
with Amy to
proficiency,
get some. Is it still too
dedication,
loud? Should I
and
lower it a
integrity.
little bit more?
And that is what so many of us
Can you
will
guys hear
remember
me
most.
over them? I mean, I want to be
His
able to
legacy
hear some of
lives
it.
Not only in the Recicla, but in the people he mentored,
You
the
know,
standard he set, and the culture of accountability he helped build.
it does sound
Dan, as
delicious.
you head into retirement, we wish you fewer performance metrics, fewer implementation
You know, it sounds
timelines,
really good to me.
and perhaps slightly
Falling
shorter
back to sleep. I am
presentations.
so tired. I slept for like 20
Although
minutes
knowing Dan,
between the
I
morning
fully
show and
expect
now, but
you already have
that was not
a
enough. That was
retirement
just
dashboard
enough to make me want more
complete
sleep.
with quarterly milestones and a 5-year strategic plan. But in all seriousness, your impact on the city
All right, where
will
am
be
I?
felt for years to come. The
Back to
systems
knitting.
you built will endure. The people you mentored, and many of them behind you, will carry your standard forward.
Entertain yourselves for a
example
minute
you
while I
set
knit.
of discipline through public service will continue to guide us. We also know that this milestone isn't just about a career, it's about family. Diane, sitting next to him, has shared you with this city for nearly 35 years. And now she finally gets you back full time. And with
Aww.
the new granddaughter, adorable Ruby, to enjoy, we can't think of a better
Amy
next
said
chapter.
she's afraid to
The
lay down
patience,
because I'm dizzy. I was in
structure,
bed
and
last
steady
night and the bed
guidance
started moving.
that
Oh,
made you
that's
such an
awful
effective
feeling,
leader
that
for
vertigo.
sanitation will serve you
Have you looked
well
into
into your
doing the
retirement.
flop and turn technique? But you're a nurse, you know
Dan,
those things.
thank
You
you for your
probably have
leadership,
already looked into that.
your integrity, and your extraordinary
Audit
service.
needs to get more
We
sleep.
are proud what you have built, grateful for the example you've set, and wishing you and your family a retirement filled with joy, health, and
Audit
meaningful
said,
time together.
I do like what he is saying. I wonder what he
Congratulations,
thinks
Dan,
about all the Sea Org
as
and
you now
child
move
slaves
into
in
your most
Scientology.
important role of your life, your grandfather. You You truly earned this moment.
You think it's coming back? I'm so sorry, Amy. She once had vestibular therapy. You know what, Amy? I used to have terrible vertigo. Terrible vertigo. For a few years, I was just so sick, motion sick feeling all the time. Lay down, bed would spin, stand up, my head would spin. Anyway, I finally realized what it was. It was side effects from a medication I was on. Stopped that medication and all the vertigo stopped. So that's something to consider. Look at the side effects of your medication, because sometimes you'll be fine with a medication, and then after a few years on it, you start experiencing some of the side effects, especially if you've upped the dosage. But again, Amy works in the medical profession. I'm sure she's considered and knows all of this. So it's like preaching to the choir, which is annoying when people tell you something obvious as if they're so much smarter and know so much. And you've been in that profession for years. So I know that. Sorry if it's the case.
I just have me and my family and support of all my friends and coworkers.
I get really annoyed when people tell me obvious stuff too. We all do it.
And everybody how truly thankful
because
I
we
am.
feel like, well,
for
even though this is
what
obvious,
this bureau,
maybe they overlooked it.
Which I've spent all
You
35
know?
of my years within the Department of Public Works in the Bureau of Sanitation.
But it does get annoying
that
because
this-
it's like,
this city
really? You
has
thought
been
I was
able to
that
provide
stupid
for
that I
me
didn't
and my
check
family,
to
and to be able to watch them grow.
whatever it is, X, Y, and Z, you know?
And I'm just so very thankful
I didn't check
that
the
I had
obvious.
the opportunity to work here. Had the opportunity to work on the programs I did.
They had to do the Upley
Um,
maneuver to help
Also
fix my
consider
inner ear
myself
fluid.
extremely
Yeah.
fortunate.
Yeah.
Every day that I came to work, I was able
Yeah, they
to
were
come to
trying
work
all sorts
really
of
with a smile on
different
my
things
face.
on me.
The people that I got to work with were bar
And
none the best.
I get a little
Um,
bit of relief from it,
and
so they were
I
encouraged.
enjoyed being able to talk with them.
But yeah, bottom line, it
grow,
was for me. It was my
the
medication.
Programs Alex spoke of are programs that were not of my doing, but as an entire army of friends and colleagues that have worked to make this happen.
Jennifer's husband has problems with that. It's not fun.
And it really was a decision of priorities. I did want to shift my priorities from work to family. As Alex pointed out, I'm joined by my wife, Diane, my daughter, Ashley, her husband, Jamie, and my new grandbaby, Ruby. My youngest daughter is not able to join us. She lives in England.
See, that's
So,
nice. He's being
my
celebrated,
other
has
daughter lives
loving
in New
family
York,
around
so
him.
decided to move as far away
All the
as
things
possible.
Scientologies
So
look
I
at
need
with
as much time
contempt.
as I can get to visit and continue to watch them grow. And again, I just wanted to thank this board, but also everybody who has come here today to wish me
I need
off.
more coffee.
Had the opportunity to
I'm
have
afraid to
a
leave though and get
slide
more.
going away.
As soon as I do, the
office right before I
presentation
left.
will end.
And that's when it really began to hit me that what I'm going to miss the most are the people I work with.
Yeah, they have
I
hard,
people that I
hard
work
little
with
heads.
that I started
I think
with
everyone's been
25 years
conked
ago.
in the head by another head at some point, and I
I've had
realize
people that I
how
work
hard a
with
head actually
that,
is.
that they've spent their entire
Amy's saying she was
career,
conked in the head by her
with me.
child
I've
when
been
she was a
able to watch
toddler,
them
helping
grow.
her wash her hands in a
And
public
that
restroom,
truly is
and the
the
top
most
of her head
difficult
hit the
part
bottom of her
of
jaw.
retiring.
Yeah,
Work will
jaw
go on.
injuries, because your
This,
jaw's connected right
our-
there
our
to your
Bureau
ear,
of LA Sands
will
will
set off
continue to
inner
do
ear
great things,
problems.
with
That's
the
bad,
support of the
Amy. I'm
board.
sorry.
Not at all worried about that, but I will miss the hardworking people that I've got to work with. And thank you, Alex, for all of your support throughout. I've had the opportunity to work with.
So, yeah,
Alex
yours is
for
injury
many, many
related.
years. And he's been a great mentor and a great
So,
friend.
oh no, of course it wasn't her fault. No.
So, and thank you for all of your support through the good times, the difficult times, and
Oh, that's
watching them
awful,
move
Jennifer.
forward.
Yeah, that
Thank you
is
very
very
much.
scary.
So
Amy
I'm
said
gonna-
they're clapping.
So I want to ask the commissioners to weigh in. So why don't we start with President Pro Tem Grant?
It's a Wonderful Life is my second favorite Christmas. I think actually more apt is my favorite Christmas movie, which is Miracle on 34th Street, which is a testament to your work and what you did. There's a saying in the labor movement about the better leaders are those who walk with 2 feet, one with their heart and one with vision. And you've exemplified that. Level-headed. And secondly, these projects that you've developed, with their suggestions for modification, you embrace them. You don't get defensive about it. You embrace them. You look beyond what's being said or take it to heart and figure out a way to make it work. And that has all made, for me, which is why it's just disappointing today that you're leaving, is a model for me about what a public servant should be. And I thank you for developing that model, exemplifying it for me, and I wish you the best.
Thank you. Thank you. And then Commissioner Mitchell.
Dan, it's just too soon.
Just
But I understand. I understand. Thank you for your service to the city. When we first met, granted, you're briefing us on stuff. This stuff is pretty complicated, so to speak, and you've made it so special and so succinct, and helped me understand exactly what was before us and what was going to be before us. The fact that all these employees or your fellow employees are here to honor you on this day, to be with you on this day. Fabulous family, those locations in New York or London, that just gives you a time to go and travel and be with your family. And I want to thank you for all your dedication to the city of Los Angeles. I think obviously the city is a better place, and LACN is a better place because of your contributions over the period of time. I want to thank your family for allowing you to come out, because if it happened in your 35 years, I'm sure it did, come out in the middle of the night to sit back here and deal with something that needs to be dealt with without, complaining, so to speak. But it's part of what a public servant does in service to the city. So you enjoy your retirement, well deserved, and have fun with that little one over there. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Commissioner Carpens.
Yes, thank you, Dan. We met a couple times. Every time I met with you, it was always informational, and that's because of how organized you are, and I can see what your heart was with the city, and it's a rare person anywhere to work in one department in one bureau for 35 years. It's a testament to what you wanted to do and what you were serving. So, thank you for that. And just want to say the one word that I caught was it was only coworkers, but also friends, and that makes the job a lot easier. So that's a little tough to leave your friends, but I'm sure they'll be here when you need them. But time to move on. Enjoy the grandbaby, enjoy the family, and I wish you well. Congratulations. Thank you.
Vice President Salas.
Wow, 35 years. Let that sink in for a moment. I bet it doesn't feel that way. But, that's not just a career. That's a calling. And the fact that you did all of that in the same place, that is a commitment to public service that most people can only aspire to. And you lived it every single day. Dan, what I think has really set you apart is this deep belief that good data tells the truth. And that is always the right starting point, no matter what, however complicated that may be. And so in a field where it can be tempting to rely on the way things have always been done, I think that you always came to the table with the information, the facts, the figures, evidence-based solutions, and it didn't just make the programs better, but it made the Bureau better. So thank you for that. And I think nowhere was that more evident than in the Receive Chloe's Hauling program, a revolutionary program, not just for the, the city, but, nationally. And so I think that transformation of that level doesn't happen with just anyone. You really need someone at the helm who truly understands the complexity of that work. So what I will remember the most about you is your quiet professionalism and your steady hand that you brought to it. So thank you for that. And as you close this incredible chapter, I hope you embrace every moment with your family. Sleep in, travel, do all the things. You've given so much of yourself to this work that I hope you really relish in this new chapter, and you deserve every bit of joy that comes next. So congratulations, and on behalf of the Bureau and the Board of Public Works and the City of Los Angeles, thank you.
Thank you so much.
And thank you, Dan. I mean, just want to echo what the fellow commissioners have said. I think you and I have been on so many different, virtual calls and meetings. And as Alex mentioned, I mean, you were so helpful with your dashboards and the data. So you will be missed. I can't imagine any of these calls without your professionalism. And I think you were able to dissect a much complicated issues for all of us to understand in many of our briefings. So thank you so much. And although I know your family is visiting Los Angeles from abroad, but I hope we're not going to lose you to a different country. So I hope you'll stay put. As I'm also in my film role trying to make sure that Hollywood stays in Los Angeles. I hope you'll stay here in Los Angeles. So thank you again for 35 amazing years. So please come visit us. And then would love to invite you back here for a photo with the rest of the board and the entire sanitation family as well. So thank you.
Thank you so much.
So with that, we'll take a 5-minute brief recess for a group photo. Since we have quite a few folks, why don't we take photos at the back of this room? So we'll come back in about 5 minutes. Time now is 10:17 a.m.
Recording stopped.
I got quiet because I'm knitting and I messed up my pattern. I had to go back a few stitches and figure out where I was. I made my pattern too complicated, but I've already said that. Anyway, listening to him talk and them talk gives, and what Amy was saying in chat and Jennifer and everyone, gives good, or I think it was Eyes to See mentioned it first. Something we could address, congratulate Dan and then talk about comparing his retirement versus the retirement and life accomplishments of a Sea Org member. Peter dropped Power's link. Thank you. Drop Power's other link too, Peter. If you can go grab that, that'd be great. Large departments for a large city. A lot of people seem to be retiring. Large departments for large city. There is Powerless to Paralyze channel. I guess I have time to go get coffee, but I have to make it. I used up the last of it. So I don't have time to make it and get back in time because they're calling on me first, I think, because put my own in first. I don't know if there's any in public comment, but I don't believe there was. Thank you, Peter, for dropping Power's link. And I believed you dropped audits earlier, right? I didn't hear Laura calling. Maybe Laura's not calling in today, Laura. She gets a day off too, guys. Sometimes I'm sure these call-ins are hard for her. dredges up a lot of emotion. I'm sure she needs an occasional break from it. I thought I saw Audit's link. Now I don't see it. Maybe not. Well, I have time. I can go grab it. And eyes. I need to grab Eyes' link. Style. I'm just scanning through chat, guys. Yeah, Powerlize has another channel. Hold on. Let me go grab Audit's link. Here we have Audits. Sheesh. I can't answer the phone right now. Let me text them. Here, I can push enter at least. Texting. Let me grab Styles while I wait for a response text. My friend's car broke down and she needs a ride. That's what that call was. Shoot. I'm going to say, can you wait 15? All right, she's good with waiting 15 minutes. She said take my time, so that's good. Sending me a pin for her location. Sorry, not that you needed all that information, but I figured since you heard the phone call, you might be curious. Here we have Style. Who else was it? Sorry, I'm half awake. It was... Sheesh.
All right, folks,
I
we're
see.
going to resume our regular meeting. Ms. Zatorsky, if you want to
Recording in progress.
for us.
Of course, we're returning at 10:25 a.m. We have President King, Vice President Chavez, President Pro Tem Grant, Commissioner Mitchell, and Commissioner Cardenas, and we have a quorum.
Thank you very much. We'll go back to our general public comment, which is an opportunity for the public to address the board on public interest items, and will be provided up to 1 minute per person, up to a cumulative total of 10 minutes for the general public comment segment of each regular meeting. Testimony shall be limited in content to subject matters which are within the jurisdiction of the Board of Public Works. The board may not take any action on any matters discussed during the public comment period. We do not have any in-person speakers, so we will transition to our virtual platform.
Great. Our first hand raised is Georgina McPhee. Georgina, good morning. You'll have 1 minute for general public comment.
Thank you. First, congratulations to Dan, even though I think he's left the room. It was touching to see such a celebration of a civic servant. It reminds me, however, of the striking contrast between how the Sea Org Scientology members are treated. They get no such celebration of life. And when they retire after having worked 14-hour days for 39 years with no break, they're left with no retirement, no family, no comforts whatsoever. They're just discarded like trash. They've received no health care during this time, and yet your committee still persists on giving permits to an organization that treats its members like this. It's disgusting. You need to stop giving them permits. They violate the terms of every permit they're given, and yet you keep still giving them permits. Please investigate this. Thank you.
That's time. Our next hand raised is Sandra. Sandra, you'll have 1 minute for general public comment.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
Oh, thank you. I am here to ask the city to table the item on the agenda to change the name of L. Ron Hubbard Way back to North Berendo. Please look up case number 78-00401 in the District Court of Columbia and see that you have named the street after a shyster, con man, and an unindicted co-conspirator in the case of the United States against Mary Sue Hubbard et al. Scientology's goal was to plant fake data and FOIA request that data, then use it against the IRS to gain their tax exempt status by using high level ability to control or by overwhelming them with lawfare. Their fair game policy is never to defend, always attack. Critics like Paulette Cooper, who's a prime example outlined in their Operation Freakout, which was discovered during the FBI raid. Thank you, and I yield back my time.
Thank you, caller. Our next hand raised is Audit LA. Audit, you'll have 1 minute for general.
Good morning and congratulations, Dan, on your retirement. I want to talk about the federal government acknowledges that Sea Org members make $50 a week, but it's only for ministerial reasons. It's not allowed to be for people doing labor or anything to deal with fundraising or sales or anything. And these people, like especially like when I've been talking about the security, okay, that's not a ministerial duty. Yet he's making $50 a week against the law, working on securing public property without a contract. I am really asking you to make that stop. Let the community, they should not be intimidated. I have community members telling me they get intimidated. They think they're not allowed. The community actually thinks they're not allowed to walk down that street or drive down that street. It's ridiculous. They consider it their campus. It's not their campus. They own buildings on that street, but it is not a private campus. It's not, and it needs to stop. If anything else like this, do not allow them to have their security intimidating public. Thank you.
Our next hand raised is Jennifer Spencer. You can unmute yourself. You'll have 1 minute for general public comment.
Hi, I'm calling about the permits that the board keeps issuing Scientology. They are not following the terms of the permits that you are issuing. The events are being staffed by people that have been human trafficked and can't leave because their passports are being held by Scientology. They are blocking the street and not letting general public down it, even though they have the right to. Audit LA herself has been blocked several times, and she can't just go around people because she's in a wheelchair. Those things need to be addressed. Thank you very much. I yield my time.
Thank you, caller. Our next hands raised is phone number ending in 880. You can unmute yourself. You'll have 1 minute.
Hi, I'm going to reiterate everything what everybody said before me. I'm going to add, again, you need to place signs stating this is not a private road. The sidewalks are public. They are for public access. You're dealing with a child in a human trafficking organization that I've heard has been mentioned in the Epstein files. When are you going to wake up? It's an embarrassment that you're allowing the permits to such an organization that has been mentioned in that awful, grotesque Epstein files and how they treated children. That's what they're associated with. When is the Operation Spring Cleaning going to happen again in Los Angeles like they did last year to help rescue the child trafficking and other human trafficking victims? You're helping them continue to traffic victims, and it has to end. Bye.
Our next hand raised I see is Laura. Laura, you'll have 1 minute for general public comment.
Hi, good morning. Can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, good morning. This is Laura Anderson. I also would like to echo every single caller who just called in regarding revoking Scientology's permits. I would like to echo for the millionth time since we've been here for 2 years now, plus echoing to bring the revocable permit. This is very important for survivors of Scientology to get the street put back to North Berendo Street. Scientology is a literal gang running behind a religious status. It is a gang, and they are taking over and have taken over Los Angeles City and the neighborhood. So I live in East Hollywood. I would like the revocable permit to be back up on the board to be reviewed. It is revocable, so we would like it as members of Los Angeles to remove L. Ron Hubbard Way and put it back to North Berendo Way. We do not have cults as a representation of Los Angeles. L. Ron Hubbard is a con artist, a scammer.
Our next hand raised is Gigi's phone. Gigi, you'll have 1 minute for general public comment.
Yes, I want to remind you guys that L. Ron Hubbard Way the bricks were paid by indentured slaves and in part by child labor. You guys need to do what Laura said about changing it back to North Berendo. Like, why at this point is it still L. Ron Hubbard Way? Like we've mentioned before, there is no Jesus Christ Way in Los Angeles. There should not be another leader of a religion, a supposed religion, having a street named after them. There should be separation of church and state. You need to rip those bricks up, put some metered parking in there so that you guys can get money. You guys might not care about what we're talking about, but money, that should interest you guys. Shouldn't you find ways to help the city get more money? And it would help out with parking too. There's like no parking anywhere in LA. It's so hard to get parking. Put in parking there, get some money for the city, change it back to North Berendo. And again, revoke the revocable permit. They are not following the terms of it. It should be very easy for you guys to just look at it and see that it needs to be revoked. Thank you.
That's Tim. All right, President King, that is the end of our hands raised for general public comment.
Thank you very much. With that, we will close a general public comment portion of today's meeting and move forward with multiple agenda item public comment. The board will provide an opportunity for members of the public wishing to speak on more than one agenda item during multiple agenda item comment period for up to a minute per item, up to a total of 3 minutes per meeting. This is the only time to speak on more than one agenda item, and please identify the items that you will speak on when you are called.
Okay, our first hand raised is Georgina. Georgina, you said you wanted to speak on minutes, so you will have 1 minute.
Thank you. Guys, are you paying attention? We're asking for some reasonable requests here. Not everything is combative and huge obstacles. We're asking for simple things such as adding the date to the title of your YouTube videos. Every video you have has the exact same title going back years and years. There's thousands of videos all with the exact same title. Don't you think it would be a super simple solution to just throw the dates into those titles so that things are actually researchable? I expect you to make some of these changes. There's simple requests such as adding public comments to the minutes. These people have been calling and showing up in person and making all these reports, and none of it's reflected in your minutes. Please do better. Thank you.
Thank you, caller. Our next caller for multiple item commentary is Sandra. Sandra, you mentioned you'd like to speak on all items. You'll have up to 3 minutes. Please state the item you're speaking on.
Thank you. I also want to mention about the minutes also. I would like to say that even if you don't detail everything that we speak on, could you at least bullet point the items that the public commenters are raising? So I'd like to address the Bureau of Sanitation request for a gas chromatography mass spectrometer flame ionization detector system. Fantastic. They are asking for $254,000 to procure this for the Public Safety Commodity Group. Now, if you look at, and we've raised this before, the barricades that Scientology has still on their property that they have not returned to the city, it says on your own permits, barricades must be returned within the next business day. Event sponsor will be responsible for all the barricades or cones at a cost of $35 per barricade per day, $7.25 per day for a cone. At least in a year, if you find Scientology at 20 pieces of barricade at $35 at $700 a day, times $365 a year, that's $255,500. You could buy that gas chromatography mass spectrometer for the Bureau of Sanitation. And I think you should do that. And to think that Scientology have had those barricades for at least 10 years in their possession. So you're looking at $2 million. You could buy 10 of these things. And never mind the amount of other items you could spend that money on. So thank you, and I yield back my time.
Thank you, caller. Our next hand raised is Audit LA. Audit, you will have 3 minutes. Please comment which items, please let us know which items you're speaking on.
Good morning again. Yes, let me start with number 3, the sidewalk repair programs. We absolutely need that. It seems like it's only a little bit of money though being put in for sidewalks and pedestrian repair. And someone in a chair, I'm here to really tell you, we need to focus on that. And I understand these other things like chromatography and Hyperion are also very important. I've suggested prior that with Hyperion, a lot of the money they're putting into it is to make it really almost like Disney-esque. Well, I would ask Disney or other entities to help pay for that. I would also ask, like eventually I believe that the tax thing, their tax exempt status will be overturned because, it turns out that the Supreme Court ruled that the tax deductions for Scientology are illegal, and so this IRS still gave it to them. So when they lose their tax exempt status, and they have to pay for all the taxes on all the buildings they own, you're gonna be flush with money. But there's also, like I said, you can encourage other entities. You can even encourage Scientology to chip in. They have billions of dollars to help actually pay for these infrastructures because not enough is going to the sidewalks. Also with minutes, I used to be the secretary of my neighborhood council, so I'm very, very well versed in writing minutes. I'd be happy to volunteer my time and energy. I really would. I would literally do it for you guys. Just because I think it's so important that actual facts of what is happening at these meetings, and regardless whether it's us or anyone else, like tomorrow, all of our problems maybe it'll be fixed by tomorrow, and other people are going to come. I want them to I want the history to record everything that's going on. I would do that. I would volunteer my time. I'm really good at writing minutes. And the other part is about the neighborhood councils. I really hope you guys do more to encourage neighborhood councils to participate. I know they send in a lot of, they participate more with city council because it goes through you guys first, then it goes to city council. But there needs to be a way, because a lot of this stuff affects the community. It all affects our communities. And they really need to know that they can talk about these things early on. And, but they always have to come as private people because they never have the time. So is there a way that you guys could really encourage? I really want to see more involvement of neighborhood councils. And I know you guys go out and do all kinds of meet and greets, but I'm hoping that you guys would actually show up at neighborhood councils. I think they would love to have you. Thank you.
Our last hand raised I see is Laura Anderson. Laura, will you let us know which items you would like to speak on?
Just on the minutes.
On the minutes? Okay, you'll have 1 minute. Go ahead.
Thank you. I definitely strongly want to echo what the last callers just said. And also regarding the minutes, being able to see the dates, the time, the video. It's more important than you guys, our guests, are realizing, because it's actually a legal factor. When somebody's saying, hey, for 2 years, we've been calling in asking to revoke Scientology's permits, you keep giving them, and you guys aren't doing anything, it seems on our end that you're not doing anything about it, then we need to at least have the legal justice system on our side saying, hey, we have a record that shows that as the cult survivors of Scientology, we have a record showing that we called in and asking Public Works to stop giving Scientology permits on their streets for anything, for the shrine street closures, for anything, because they only use this for recruiting and harassment and human trafficking. So again, please update the minutes so that that reflects and that people in the system and outside listening can get that.
It's time. All right, President King, that is the end of our hand raised for multiple item commentary.
Thank you very much. With that, we will close multiple item public comment and move forward with the approval of minutes for Friday, February 6, 2026. First by
Leaving that. Sorry about the calls in the middle of it. I thought she wanted me to pick her up because I have her dog and I was just going to take her and her dog home. No, she wants me to drive her off to a conference. I told her no. I told her no, take an Uber. I told her I'm just not feeling strong enough today, which I'm not. I haven't had any sleep and I have a seizure disorder, and it's just like, it wouldn't be good for me today to drive that far and then have to drive back when I'm this exhausted. If it was just locally here in the neighborhood and I was just picking her up and taking her and her dog home, that's one thing. It's another thing when she wants me to drive her all the way to a conference and back. It's like, no, you can take an Uber. She makes good money. She can write it off as a business expense or something. She doesn't need me to drop everything in my day, put myself at risk, and then, I'm just too tired for it. So, yeah, if it was a really close friend, maybe, but this is just a neighbor who has me watch her dog. And I love the dog. The dog's good company for me. And I don't mind picking her up from the shop and bringing her back home because that's not very far. But now she wants me to drive her to a conference. No, that's too much. Too much. I'm already watching your dog, lady. And now you want me to be your chauffeur. So I totally would, because I'm happy to help and it's great to get out if I was feeling stronger, but I'm just not strong enough today to do that much driving. I'm too worn out. I haven't gotten any sleep. I had a lot of prep for today's show because there was so much I wanted to put into it. Hey, Laura, you did great. For some reason, didn't hear you when they called on you to ask what you wanted to speak on, or I forgot. So I thought you weren't making it today, so it was a good surprise to have you call in. But Laura calls in consistently all the time, so it's not a surprise. It's just somehow I missed it. Anyway, I think I dropped everyone's link. Did I miss anyone, guys? I think I got everyone. I got Eyes. I got Style. I got Laura, Audit. We got Power. We got, oh gosh. Did I get Ganja? I got Haggis. I think I got Ganja. And then we got Breaking Scientology, which is Power's other channel, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, note that, Peter. Breaking Scientology is Power Lies to Paralyze other channel. Well, we need to verify that. Maybe I'm not right about that. Anyway, I'm really tired. I'm going to go back to bed now. I'm going to take a nap. I'm exhausted. Thanks for coming in, guys. You all did great. I only half paid attention to what you were saying because I'm texting this woman and I'm dropping links. But from what I heard, you guys all did really great today. It was really excellent. Thanks, everybody. I am going to go. Have a great day. Have a great weekend. Oh, tonight they'll be protesting probably at Big Blue by Tori. There'll probably be Lauren with the C out in Clearwater, maybe Erica, maybe ASL. And tomorrow, Bianca's live. Hey, everyone, room raid Bianca. And I'm doing a knitting stream tomorrow, knitting ice resistant hat. Everyone go room raid Bianca. Thanks, Laura, for calling that out. We don't have time to drop the link because I'm closing now. Bye, guys. Find Bianca's channel.